What's happening, Dolphins fans? I hope you're having yourself a good day or a good night or a good morning or whatever the hell time it is when you're watching this. And hey, maybe you're still on that high. That's a nice 420 pun there, but hopefully you're still on that high from yesterday because I'm sure you saw it by now. The video circulating that the Miami Dolphins social media team put out. Whew, have we ever seen so much of a reaction to a 7-yard completion? But the fact that it was going from Tua to Tyreek, man, I was just updating the Twitter feed just constantly during that, and I have never seen so many people just on the ultimate high of seeing a 7-yard out in April. But hey, it happened, Dolphins fans. We've got Tua, we've got Tyreek, we got Waddle, we got Gesicki, we got a potentially fun offense. So hey, if you enjoyed that, by all means, keep enjoying it. But let's get to what we're here for today. And that's to discuss a prospect, as you can see down below there, that the Miami Dolphins, if they want to have a chance at Logan Hall, the defensive lineman out of Houston, this is a guy that they're going to have to trade up for. But real quick, before I get to him, I want to chat real quick about the community page that went live. I talked about this on the last video as well. But make sure you're checking that out. We got polls, we got questions. I'm going to be asking for some viewer mailbag questions as well for some upcoming videos I plan on doing, just like a Q&A sessions there. Today, I've actually got a post regarding Ricky Williams as well and his favorite holiday, which is today. So make sure that you're checking that out. But let's talk about Logan Hall because we saw everything finally click for him last year at Houston. I'm not going to lie. This is one of my favorite prospects in this draft. I love what he was able to bring to the table last year. But look at his first 3 years at Houston. 51 total tackles, 1.5 sacks. Now look at his senior year alone, last year alone, 48 tackles, so only 3 less than his first 3 years combined, 6.5 sacks, so 5 more sacks than his first 3 years combined, and he had 13.5 tackles for a loss last year. He lines up both inside and outside, just another versatile player with success all across the defensive line at the collegiate level. But you look at him and it's the athletic profile that scouts drool over, that initial explosion off the snap of the ball in the run game, in the passing game, just shooting those run gaps, being able to take on tackles coming across the edge in the passing game. He's got it going for him in that sense. He carries his weight well. He's got the frame where he could add weight. If coaches wanted to move him permanently inside, I think he could end up doing that. But he is this impressive looking athlete with the length, the high motor, the quick twitch. He just blows plays up. You put on the tape, you're going to see numerous times of him simply just destroying plays in the backfield, especially that senior season, those 13.5 tackles for a loss. He could improve some against the run game, though. I don't want to just make everything just all glamorous for him. He gets a bit aggressive sometimes, trying to make that splash play in the backfield by himself rather than doing the team-friendly thing with setting the edge, letting the linebackers come and get their tackles. He tries to blow that up in the backfield. And if you want to talk about potentially one other red flag or area of concern, elbow surgery, the end of last year. He missed this bowl game, so that maybe be a little bit of a medical concern. And finally, if there's one other issue, it's that the career production, all of his tape for the 4 years he was at Houston, doesn't match his athletic profile, doesn't match what he did in that senior season alone. You'd like to see more than just one season of the production that he had. But hey, at least it came in that senior season. Like it wasn't buried somewhere in the middle. Maybe something happened, things clicked a little bit further down the line. But you look at where he lined up in Houston, primarily on the inside, but he's got the speed, he's got the bend, the flexibility to move outside and to get around those tackles. Think along the lines of a guy like Zach Sealer, primary lining up inside for the Dolphins, but when asked to, he can play that defensive end position, and he's had success in that role. So let's look at where he projects to go in the draft, because this is where things get a little dicey with the Dolphin situation. Projected as a second rounder, 40th overall. So more than likely, a player Miami would need to trade up for. And I tell you what, I love this player, but I'm not a huge fan of trading up at this time. No matter how sexy it would be to have a pick on Thursday of next week in the draft, or even the second rounder on Friday, being able to keep your 2023, having those picks, being able to keep the future in mind, those 5 picks in the first 3 rounds, how valuable that can be. Essentially, being one of the teams that just owns the 2023 draft rather than giving it up for the short term. So if they were to trade up, I would love this pick, but my gut's telling me they won't, and I'm sort of hoping that they don't. But I wanted to talk about Hall just because of how big of a fan I am of him throughout the entire draft process here. But let's end with his potential fit as the Dolphins, because that versatility that he provides along the defensive front is super attractive. He could be a rotational piece on the inside with Raekwon Davis and Christian Wilkins and Zach Sealer. He could give a guy like Emmanuel Ogbah a breather at defensive end. Here's the deal. With Ogbah signing, with all those pieces, I just don't see the defensive line as big of a priority this offseason as I once did. There's also the rumors of Christian Wilkins being the next in-house guy in line to get that extension. We got Raekwon on the rookie deal. We got Zach Sealer signed. But if Hall can come in and he can impress, it's having guys like that on a rookie deal where you can make a veteran or two expendable at some point. Like I said, not predicting or wishing this by any means, just saying what a guy on a rookie deal can provide in regards to flexibility. But when you bring the skill set and the versatility to the table and being able to play those multiple positions, it's intriguing to the front office, to the coaching staff of the team that guy plays for. So that's what I have for Logan Hall. I'd be curious to hear what you guys would think about that. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of trading up, but let's hear your thoughts as well. If you're continuing to like what you see, go ahead and give it a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out that community page. We got some Ricky Williams stuff up there today. But until then, Dolphins fans, we will see you next time.